Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Build-A-Figure review, this time from the Survivor Series wave, Adam Pearce. And in the back half, we're going to rank the entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Build-A-Figure Plus Set Rankings video. As today, we're taking a look at Adam Pearce, and we're ranking the entire Survivor Series wave from my least favorite to my favorite. And of course, per the norm, we're going to start with the Build-A-Figure. But for all your Survivor Series and wrestling figure needs in general, make sure you hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And we're going to start with old Adam Pearce right here. Another Build-A-Figure, a suited Build-A-Figure, where I'd really prefer a Build-A-Figure in a suit. I'd rather have that in the main event line or even the regular elite line. Not a huge fan of this Build-A-Figure as far as things do go. I want like a deep-cut wrestler as a Build-A-Figure. That's what I want. But beggars can't be choosers. Half a dozen of this, half a dozen of that. It is what it is. Heck, give me an Adam Pearce wrestling figure. I don't know if we'll ever get that one in the elite line. But Adam Pearce, of course, been on TV for many, many years. Makes a lot of sense for him to finally get a figure. And apparently Mattel said our best way to go to market would be the Build-A-Figure avenue. So I guess we'll see how that pays out for them here in the future. But an interesting Build-A-Figure, no doubt about it. And let's dive into it, I guess, without further ado. And Adam Pearce, of course, most people know him as this. Most people forget he was a former NWA champion, touring the world, wrestling all over. Would love to see just one match in the WWE. Let's get some heel, him and the heel feuding. And it finally comes down to, okay, I'm going to do a match. I'm going to do one more match. I think that would be really cool. It wouldn't be a main event. Maybe a main event on Raw or something maybe. But it would be cool. And I think Adam Pearce, I don't know if he can still wrestle. I would assume he can. I don't think he's got injuries or anything. I don't think. Somebody fact check that. But I think it would be pretty cool for him to lace up the boots at least one time for the WWE. But we'll see what happens, I guess, in the future. But we're no stranger to Build-A-Figures and guys in suits. We've had many going back to all kinds of commissioners. Commissioner Teddy Long, for example, way back when. So this is kind of par of the course for a Build-A-Figure line from Mattel. Now, we do get two extra hands with this one. We get the pointer finger hands, and you got to have that. If you're a commissioner, you're telling people what to do. And sometimes you're giving them the, hey, what you going to do, brother, if you're not too careful there. So that's our accessories with Adam Pearce. Everything plugged in pretty easily. Build-A-Figures don't really fight you as much as they used to, at least in the elite line. Snap in the waist, snap in the arm, snap in the head, and snap the legs in, and you're off to the races with the Build-A-Figure here. And I guess we'll start off all day long. I know this is Adam Pearce. I don't mistake this for anybody else. Got the beard going on there, bald, smooth bald head, like a young Boss Rutan. Shout out to El Guapo Boss Rutan, but looking good, playing those human hits, 2 eyes, a mouth, a nose, 2 ears. Not much more you could ask for, but it does look like Adam Pearce to me here. Now the suit body here, you got the gray suit, the gray pants, the gray sleeves, the gray overcoat, all that kind of stuff. You do get a purple tie and a light purple shirt underneath. Pretty much on brand. And the beauty with Build-A-Figures too is, especially suited ones, or any suited figure, you can take this head off there and you can put somebody different on there. If you want to make this somebody else, you can do that. So it's great for customizers that are looking for people in suits. This is another body, another way to get a suited character maybe you've been wanting in your customization list. So I don't fault anybody for doing that, of course. For me, he's going to stay as, of course, Adam Pearce right here. Now articulation, arms go all the way around for us when you get a bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows, hands back and forth, side to side, head back and forth, side to side, up and down, back and forth. We're here for that. Waist articulation, a little ab crunch in there still. Uh-oh, throwing Mr. Pearce around. Splits, kinda very tight, but we got those suited splits. Always tough doing the splits in suits, let me tell you. Leg does go up, thigh cut, double jointed, pinless knees, big old knees on this one here. And a little bit of ankles back and forth, side to side. Pretty much the usual Mattel Build-A-Figure articulation as far as suited characters do go. Now, will he fit on a Ringside Collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. all is all, and it all works right here. So it is what it is. It's not super glitzy. It's not super glamorous, but it is a current day person that is on TV every single week. So it's good for him to have an action figure, I do believe. Would have liked a microphone. I think that would have worked really well for here, having a microphone with him. I guess not in the cards for whatever reason. I'm sure all of us have many a microphone they could use if they need to here. But it is Adam Pearce. It is a Build-A-Figure. It is a suited figure. Kind of is what it is. I don't know if it sets anybody's world on fire, but it's got to be cool for Adam Pearce to at least get an action figure after all this time. But then he says, man, I got to buy the Bushwhackers. I got to buy KO, Sami Zayn just to get here. That could be a little frustrating for him. So maybe we'll get a repaint, a re-release down the line. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But there's Adam Pearce. Now we're going to bring everybody out. We're going to rank the entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite. All right, let's get down to business. Let's rank the entire Survivor Series War Games set from my least favorite to my favorite. You guys know how this goes. You got 5 figures right here. You start at number 5, work your way to number 1. Number 1 being your favorite figure of the set. And of course, this is my list. Make sure you put your list in the comments down below. Your list is right. My list is right. That's the way these do go. But we're going to start it off, of course, at number 5. Number 5, a little bit disappointing for me, and it really did come down to the head sculpt that really disappointed me the most. It is Kevin Owens in his Dusty Rhodes tribute gear. Love the idea of this one. Just a little bit missing in the head department here. And I guess I could grab one of the Ultimate Edition heads, maybe put it on here, maybe dress it up, try to do something. But straight out of the package, how we're going to judge these, for me, just fell a little bit flat here. But I really do like the Dusty tribute shirt on here. Would have loved it to be soft goods. That's just me once again. But it is what it is. Also, it feels a little short as far as Kevin Owens goes. But Kevin Owens, easily the number 5 selection for me right here. Which brings us to number 4. And number 4, I'm going Adam Pearce. I mean, I am glad we got an Adam Pearce figure. I think it's warranted. I would have rather seen it as a standard elite, or even better yet, a main event set release. That's where I would have liked to seen him. I think he's on TV enough. He warrants his own figure outside of a Build-A-Figure. A Build-A-Figure to me, I would like a more deep-cut wrestler or a secondary third gimmick of another wrestler that maybe wouldn't sell the best on its own that we could get here as a Build-A-Figure. I think that would have worked better for me, but it is what it is. And at the end of the day, yes, the end of the day, I'm just happy we finally got an Adam Pearce figure. Let's get Nick Aldis in the future. Have to imagine maybe he'll be in 2025. We'll see what ends up happening there. So Kevin Owens, then Adam Pearce. Now we're getting down to the brass tacks right here. And I'm going to go, it's a tough one, but I'm going to go Bushwhacker Luke. Yes, my Butch bias shining through right here. I'm going to go Luke at number 3. Luke, nothing against the guy. It's just he was my second least favorite Bushwhacker of the 2. There you go. Which means I'm going to put Butch number 2, and I'm going to put Sami Zayn as number 1. I always preferred Butch over Luke, so it's pretty easy. But these two are pretty much replaceable there. It's the same body, same everything, just different heads going on. That's really the only difference. And I wonder if I didn't have any Bushwhackers, if I didn't have the 2 that we showed in the review, maybe they would have jumped to number 1 for me. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll never know, of course. But I am glad we got the Bushwhackers back, especially for those who have been wanting them. It is a good pickup here. It is a must-have pickup, if you ask me. But I'm going to put those guys at number 2 and number 3, which means Sami Zayn, Sami Uso at number 1. I've really felt we needed this one. It really makes the Bloodline set really feel complete finally in the Elite line for me. So it is one that just propelled this one to the number 1 spot in this Survivor Series War Games set here for 2024. So not a bad set, not the best set ever, not the worst set ever. It's just somewhere kind of in the middle. Got 2 legends. We got a current day Commissioner Build-A-Figure, and then you got KO and Sami Zayn. Always the yin and yang between those two as well. So almost a little bit of something for everybody here in this set here. But a very easy set. It'll be interesting to see how hard the Survivor Series set is to get. Last year's set, not a ton of distribution on that one. And we've seen that the last couple of years for whatever reason. So could be a little harder to find on the grand scheme of things. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes at the end of the day, as we always do say. So there is Survivor Series 2024 set. Once again, let me know your rankings. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel, videos and content every single day. Don't forget about ProWrestlingTees.com. Don't forget about the Patreon. And then, of course, social media. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, the Bushwhackers, and Adam Pearce, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.